He's lost a leg somewhere. He still had 4 coming in the enclosure. He's very bright, and his last run he ran a fifth. It was a good fifth. He's only a couple of lengths from the winner in a photo for third. So anyway, the only problem is the bookies are usually right. I hope today they're not.
And he can react coming back from a mile to 1,500. It's only 100 metres, but it is third up.
Good trainer, Greg. He can do anything.
Oh, I know that. I've learnt that over the years.
Yeah, you've learnt it, yeah. Ask Gary Harley. He says it to me all the time.
Okay, good luck with the clapper.
Thank you.
Good on you, mate. Let's go to Duff for the late mail.
Yeah, 2713 for me. Look, it's a toss of the coin. I could, if I was backing Tiakau Shark, I'd have to crunch out on this Super Seth. He's got to ridiculous odds. I don't think there's much between them. Just that he was just so dominant, and to do what he did in the Chipping Norton, I have to just lean his way, where the other horse has to be negative from the draw. He's off a little setback, but by gee, he's a good 3-year-old, and it'll take a really good horse to hold this 3-year-old off here. But he is a good horse, the Shark. Happy Clapper, don't deny him. He must go in everything, and best of the rest is the Bostonian. I think it's between 2 and 7, 7 and 3, but 2, 7, 1 and 3.
Rightio, let's have a look at the market here. Tiakau Shark, he got to odds against during the day, got to 210, got into as short as 185. He's back to 190. Super Seth has basically been set in stone as a $6 chance all day on the second line of betting, but put the Tiakau Shark has 5 times the amount of money on it today than Super Seth, who's clear second pick. The Bostonian, pretty firm as well throughout the day. He touched 8, he's now 7. Dreamforce, single figures out to 12. Elise, 10 out to 14. Brandenburg, been around anywhere between $17 and $19 all day. The Clapper, 18 out to 23. This will be the 8th time in his career he started $21 and longer. The longest he's ever started is a $51 chance. Happy Clapper in the Cox Plate. Spend is a $26 chance in from, $61 yesterday, $41 this morning. That's a good trim. And best of days, a drifter out to $41. But the horse on your screen runs clear favourite here for the George Ryder, the Shark, Tiakau Shark. And Greg, a little bit of news. There was a tweet apparently from Australian Bloodstock, Mugatu and Mustajir not really on the radar for the Sydney Cup. And we've made Young Rascal now clear favourite. And actually, we did take Mugatu out of the betting. Let me go back and have a check what we've done in the last 15 minutes. And yeah, Young Rascal, $3 outright favourite for the Sydney Cup. King of Lear Grants at $4.50, double figures every other runner.
Okay, they're loading in well here. Well, there's a couple of jockeys here today that are very lucky to be in the country. They got in time. Tommy Marquand's one of them. Opie Bosson is the other one. We've seen Tommy ride a big double today, and now it's Opie Bosson's turn. This is why he's here. This is why he got a plane to get into the country before midnight on the day he flew in. He got in about 9:30, but he rushed back to Australia to be here with the Shark, and we're all looking forward to seeing him now.
Oh, no doubt. If he can do what he did last time when he, set the track alight, beating Very Elegant. I know she didn't win the previous, but to have a look at the margin to the third horse, so she's franked that form to a certain extent, and it'd be great to have another look at this, this Caulfield Guineas winner, Super Seth here as well, third up. I know off a little setback, but I think he can run a lot better than what the market suggests here.
And Duff, what a Queen Elizabeth we've got coming up for the championships. Adib's into $4. Danon Premium, the Japanese horse, will be there, but this horse, Tiakau Shark, is the favourite for the Queen Elizabeth. Tiakau Shark $3.50, Adib $4, Danon Premium $4.50. If they all get there, what a race. First things first, Tiakau Shark has to attempt this win in the Ryder, and he's got stiff, tough opposition. Dreamforce about to come in. The 3-year-old Super Seth will be the last one up. This is the Ryder, our second Group 1 day race on Golden Slipper Day.
Here we go for the George Ryder of 2020. Tiakau Shark, the odds-on favourite, and the gates are back. They're off. Best of Days missed the kick off the inside, and Dreamforce and the Bostonian were first two out, with Spend, who's very keen to find a forward position as well. 2 lengths away to Brandenburg, and Tiakau Shark goes up into 5th position. 4 behind him early. Elise the fence. Super Seth caught a bit deep on the outside of Happy Clapper, and Best of Days, who missed the kick, holds that position on the fence. So going to the first turn, and Dreamforce shows the way. By by a length and a half to spend. The Bostonian back to third. Brandenburg railing through. They're followed then by Tiakau Shark. Over on the inside, Elise and Happy Clapper poking forward. At this point, 2 further back to Super Seth on the outside of Best of Days. Down the side of the course, and it's Dreamforce on top by 3/4 to spend. 2 further back to Brandenburg, the Bostonian. Back in the field, Tiakau Shark's a bit keen and wide from Elise and Happy Clapper poking through. Super Seth being revved up by Zara now, getting onto the back of the Shark, and Best of Days is hugging the rails, coming around the turn, and Dreamforce Rawilla comes wide, leads by 2 lengths on spend. Then came the Bostonian. Tiakau Shark winding up, he dropped Super Seth. Dreamforce at the 250, 2 lengths clear from the Bostonian spend. Then came Tiakau Shark, he really needs to lift the Shark. It's Dreamforce in front of the Bostonian, closing in. Dreamforce a length and a half the Bostonian. Dreamforce just in front from the Bostonian. Dreamforce led all the way in the George Ryder. Dreamforce from the Bostonian. A photo finish for third between Brandenburg and Tiakau Shark, who was keen and wide in the run. Further back to Best of Days, Happy Clapper Elise, then Super Seth, and Spend weakened out.
Dreamforce gets his Group 1. He's been trying. He's been runner-up, but today's got it. It's his on his own. John Thompson and Nash Rawilla beats the Bostonian and will stand by for third, but Duff, the way the race was run, it was Dreamforce's race to lose today.
He certainly was. It's a great asset to have, his gate speed and race speed, and they all just forgot. They knew he was the leader, but you can't forget about a horse with his ability for so long in a race. You knew that at the 600 metres, the favourite was in a lot of trouble and a lot of pain. They sort of half woke up, but they woke up a furlong too late, and Nash pulled their pants down there, quickening up at the right time. We know how good a rider he is, and he bounced back big time there, Dreamforce.
Well, he's run some big races here at Rosehill Gardens. Of course, he was involved in this race last year. The Quinella in the Doncaster came out of this race last year. It was Brutal and Dreamforce who had to chase home Winks in the George Ryder. No Winks today. Dreamforce has run away with the George Ryder to give Nash Rawilla and John Thompson yet another Group 1 win in their career. The Bostonian second, Tiakau Shark gets third in front of number 8, Brandenburg, 4, 3, 2 and 8. They've run 130.15 and 34.07. Duff, one of those sections, one of those 200s, going to your point, they ran it in 12.4 when they should have been going much quicker than that. Well,
when you're talking a Group 1 level, when you let a good horse run 12.4, at an important part of the race, it's going to be very difficult for the back markers. We saw that in the previous race with Adabe and racing, the two and Very Elegant racing away. They've run 33.4 something. So those back markers just had no hope of getting into the race. And it's a marvellous thing when you've got gate speed and style in racing. 34.07 the last 600 metres, which is Dreamforce's time from leader to winner, 34.07 and 130.15 the race time. Here's Nash coming back, and in his career that is Group 1 number 61. 61. There have been 58 here in Australia. He's ridden 3 overseas. He's up there in the top echelon of Australian riders of all time. And what a comeback it's been. He spent 15 months on the sideline after coming back from Hong Kong, but he just picked up, and now he's being rewarded with Group 1s, and that's his second of the autumn, because he also won the Canterbury Stakes on the Bostonian, which today he ironically beats into second spot. It was the Bostonian and Tiakau Shark, second and third. The Kiwis couldn't chase down Dreamforce today. 4, 3, 2 and 8. We're going to have a chat to John Thompson in just a moment. He's just wrapping up other commitments, and then we'll have a chat to him, and then we'll hear from Nash, who is going to have a chat to
Lizzie Gels. All right, Johnny Thompson, congratulations. Gee, that horse deserved that. He deserved a Group 1 win.
He did. He's just so honest. He's the most honest horse I've ever had. His run the other day was probably better than what it looked. He just went a bit keen in front. Nash knows the horse very well, and he's a funny bugger. He's sort of, you hold on to him and he goes keen, but if you throw the reins at him, he relaxes. And he just had him in a nice rhythm today, and when you can do that, he gives a really good kick. Nash said to me before he went out, he said, if I'm travelling well, I'll get out into the better going. And when he came out so wide, I knew he was confident. So, and he's a tough bugger. He's hard to run down.
You were confident when you were watching the race and thinking, he's pinched this. It was sort of mid-race, wasn't it?
Yeah, he just got it too easy. And when he's left alone like that, like even in the Doncaster, I know he ran second in the Doncaster, but he got it easy up front and he ran a fantastic race. When that happens, and obviously, the Shark didn't have a great run in transit, no luck today, he'll bounce back. But, it was a good honest effort by our horse and very well deserved.
Great work. Good on you. John Thompson, here's Lizzie.
Well done, Nash. Well, it looked as though you were pretty confident a long way from home, but as you said off camera, it's a long straight, isn't it, when you're kicking that far in front?
Yeah, look, I sort of put the pedal to the metal well before straightening, and I was sitting out a long way off the track and cut back and cut the corner and then continued out, and without really knowing what happened behind me, I was just sort of hoping to throw everything to all disarray, and but look, he gave a lovely turn of foot, and I really thought at the 100 I was going to get beat, and to his credit, he really lifted again and fought the other bloke off, which was pretty thrilling.
It's nice that you've got now your second Group 1 back since you come back from Hong Kong, but to do it with John Thompson, I think this adds an extra bit of sentiment to it.
Yeah, look, just thanks to obviously John, who's just been amazing since I've been back, and also John McGrath, the owner, he's been full of support since I've been back, and he's a great fellow to have a chat to. Going into a race meeting, he gives a lot of confidence, and we really both had each other thinking we could win today by the time we got off the phone this morning. So, it was a big thrill that he was able to pull it off. And
the slipper, you're going to combine next in the slipper. You think you can win that too?
Well, I'm pretty confident about that too, don't worry.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, Nash. Here's Eagle Farm.
We've got the horses in the yard for race 4 here this afternoon.